John, Chad, welcome to the Friday Rock Show here on Six Music. Now, we played that track Over the Top. The record has caused a serious splash. I mentioned the other day that I was going to be seeing you guys here, and Mary from the Maiden office absolutely flipped out. She has a little bell that she rings every time anything good happens in the office. She rings this bell, and the bell dinged about 6 times. And then today I saw her, and she went, I went to see them the other night. They were fantastic. Right.
Yeah, Mary was amazing. I actually spent some time talking to her after. We bonded on our love for UFO, actually, and she gave me a bunch of great BBC sessions and rare UFO stuff, actually, that they brought for me, and she was awesome. She was really nice.
Well, it's nice to know that somebody's bootlegging the BBC at last, seeing as the BBC is made to sort of legally bootleg just about everybody, so, I mean, White Wizzard, are you full-time White Wizards now?
Pretty much. We still work, we have jobs back in LA, and, obviously we do stuff that's flexible that allows us to tour.
What do you do? What does everybody do in LA? I mean, as far as I can see, most people are sort of either writers or actors or porn stars.
Yeah, well, a couple of us are porn stars.
in our other life.
It doesn't pay that well.
It doesn't pay very well.
Doesn't it?
No.
Not for guys.
Not for guys.
Like
guys don't make anything.
Yeah.
They give you like $5 and, get a pint. So, yeah, that's it.
But I would have thought that guys were, how can I put it? Women can fake it all day.
Right. It doesn't make any sense. The women get about 1,000 a shoot. The guys get about 500.
A shoot?
Yeah.
See what you mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you get the sort of tone of the show this evening. This is this is what it's all about. So is this your first time over here?
Yeah, definitely. The first time the band's toured over here, and it's been cool. It's been a good response. The English fans, I think, are a little bit more passionate and rabid about their metal, I think, than the U.S. fans seem to be. Canada was a little more on par. I thought the Canadian fans were really rabid, and Glasgow was great. The Scottish fans are nuts. We had a great time up there.
Yeah, they're mental up there.
Yeah, one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah.
So it's been great. It's been a great experience. Really positive.
Because the accusations that's going to get levelled at you, and I talked this through with Mary. I said, the record, the White Wizzard record, is obviously, you can pick the influences off the shelf.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
When you put it together. And that is, it is sort of obvious. And I was sitting there thinking, wow, well, it's not Tenacious D, because that is kind of, although it's a homage with its tongue really stuck firmly in his cheek, And I don't think he has too much of a career doing it. And there's I don't know whether people really love Tenacious D, apart from people who want to kind of take the mickey out of heavy metal,
Mm-hmm.
But you guys are the real deal. You love this stuff. And presumably, when you're talking about archive UFO stuff, archive everything else, you really make sure that the influences are authentic. So what I'm going to ask you is, given that this record is going down obviously very well, it's going down exceedingly well, the live shows are going great, what are you going to do next with White Wizzard? Where are you going to take it?
I'm just going to continue to progress the songwriting. I think that, when you try to create a band that kind of sounds like this, the tones are more of yesteryear because, for one, I tuned everybody back up to standard tuning. You don't hear that in metal much anymore. Everybody's down tuned. There's a lot more low end. You can hear the bass, the way it's mixed. There's certain things that are instantly hearkening the ear back tonally to the old school stuff, obviously. And obviously, a lot of records were put out back then. A lot of riffs have been played. So naturally, you're going to listen to it and you're going to go, every now and then you're going to hear a riff and go, that sounds like this sounds like that. I do feel, though, that we have good songs. I think the songwriting is strong. I think the transitions are strong, and I think it's done respectfully. I don't think we're just out there blatantly ripping bands off, but at the same time, I think you can definitely hear a lot of influences in what we're doing.
Oh, yeah, a lot of song titles as well. There's lots of references to things like that. 40 Deuces. Let's have a listen to this one. What were you thinking when you wrote this one?
That song's kind of a homage to just, kind of metal cruising in LA. It's kind of like putting the top down and going out and blasting some metal you like and having a good time and kind of having a just kind of a lust for that kind of lifestyle. That's kind of what the lyrical content is about. And there's also in the bridge, I threw a little bit of a shout out. I'm a big Hunter Thompson fan, and there's kind of one of the bridges. It kind of says, Gonzo lust for life, kick ass, alive forevermore. Buy the ticket, take the ride. There's some lines in there that kind of harken to that kind of free thinking mentality of going out and not being afraid to take life by the balls and go for it. Because I think heavy metal kind of invokes that. I think it in a way, it's kind of a religion because it kind of inspires people that kind of feel like, they are a free-thinking individual and they're a little bit more headstrong and a little bit more rebellious to kind of have, a certain sense of freedom. And I think metal really is kind of an escapism for that. So it's kind of what that's about. All
right, let's have a listen to 40 Deuces. This is Chad and John, the bass and the guitar engine room of White Wizzard. They're my guests here tonight on the Friday Rock Show.